courtside reporter, Miss Bel Gregorio.
Playing through aches and pains has been the theme for the Bolts to start the conference, and unfortunately, this is another ask of the coaches tonight, as their import Akil Mitchell would be a game-time decision because of back spasms. Akil has been feeling tightness in his back that has left him sidelined in their most recent EASL match. He was able to join 2 days of practice leading up to tonight, 1 full practice and 1 walkthrough, but still, when asked before tip-off, Akil said he is still at 50-50. Moving on to their game plan against Ginebra, assistant coach Sandra Soriano shared, it is to limit the rebounder of Troy Rosario, Japet Aguilar, Justin Brownlee, and force Ginebra to one-on-one plays and taking forced shots, knowing how well they thrive and take pride in their ball movement. At this point, there is nothing left to do but to get this match started, so let's now meet our starters.
Ladies and gentlemen, we resume action inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum for the continuation of the PBA 49th Season Commissioner's Cup. Our second game for this evening features Brgy Ginebra San Miguel versus the Meralco Bolts. Let us now meet the starters first for Brgy Ginebra San Miguel. Point guard from Tico City, Davao del Sur, number 9, Scotty Thompson. Shooting guard from Angeles City, Pampanga, number 14, Stephen Holt. Small forward is Brgy Ginebra's import, number 32, Justin Brownlee. Power forward from Amulong, Cagayan, number 1, Troy Rosario. And at center from Saswan, Pampanga, number 25, Japet Aguilar. Coaching Brgy Ginebra is Tinko. It is now time to meet the starters for the Meralco Bulls. Point guard from Isabela, number 6, Chris Banquero. Shooting guard from Pitik, Ilocos Norte, number 11, Chris Newsom. Small forward from Quezon City, number 19, Bong Quinto. Power forward from Cavite City, number 7, Cliff Hodge. And at center from Pasig City, number 33, Brenton Banks. Coaching the Bolts is Luigi Trillo. Game officials are Norman Ingen, Romel Gruta,
Position war between Brgy Ginebra, San Miguel, and Meralco. Thompson, Holt, Aguilar, Brownlee, and Rosario, the 5. For Coach Tim Cone on the other side, it's Banquero, Newsom, Bates, Quinto, and Hodge. For Coach Luigi Trillo, as we're ready to get things going here inside the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Kidding in, Gruta, Tantay, and Halig will be our game officials for today's ball game. It will be a couple of locals, Brandon Bates and Japet Aguilar jumping it up at center court. And now this tip-off is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Miss Bel Gregorio reported it already. Game time decision for Akil Mitchell. And as a result, he's not starting an all-local crew for Coach Luigi here in this ball game against Ginebra.
Yeah, but I saw him doing the round robins, no? So obviously must be ready, and a good pass for Troy Rosario. So a great assist immediately coming out of a good half-court set for the Brgy Ginebra Kings.
Dr. J, this seems to be the best value for Troy Rosario. He just seems to know the spots where he can be available for those quick passes inside.
Well, that's his strength, you know. We know that he can shoot the shot. He can also make three-point shots from the corners especially. But the fact that he likes to move without the ball, and he likes to move from the weak side, cutting always through the baseline, and he finishes well there. Because even if you take the shot, let's say Brownlee took that shot, he has a chance at offensive rebound. And that's where he's really good at, picking it up and putting it back on the basket.
Especially now with no Akil Mitchell to deal with, at least for this particular part of the ball game. Scotty posting up, kicks it out to Troy. Rosario, now to Stephen Holt. Back to Thompson, he launches from deep, but he misses. Rebound tap, but Holt was already stepping out of bounds.
Well, you have two guys there that love to go to the offensive boards. Holt is one of them, the other is Troy Rosario. So right there and there you have a very tall lineup with Scotty at the point, but you have two guys that that really rebound the ball well for the team.
Dr. J, Coach Tim is not really opposed to not finishing in the top two because if you look at his success, right?
Never been a problem.
Even with his time with the San Mig Coffee, when they won the Grand Slam, he'll be at number 5, number 6, perfectly fine with it because he actually appreciates more reps, more games in the playoffs. It helps them go for a deeper playoff push.
We'll talk about that. Oh, that's a nice three-point shot by an unsuspecting player in Cliff Hodge making a three-point shot.
Does not take a lot of those, but can make them from time to time. Japet posting up a handoff to Brownlee. JB, short jumper, no.
Foul on Cliff Hodge, holding down. I would think it's Hodge, 7 holding down Scotty. It's called
Banquero,
the
yep.
Banquero.
That's 2 fouls now.
That's not good. What I like to see about both of these teams as we came in is that they seem to be relatively healthy as we are about to enter the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, Japet missing from pinch post position, shooting that jumper. 3-2 is the score, 1-point lead for Meralco. Banquero turns the corner. And this time around, he draws the foul for 2 free throws coming up.
He's been having a good conference, as well as the previous conference. And Banquero certainly has begun to, recover from his injuries, get his confidence. Sometimes the injuries to other players on the team allows a player to get more minutes and get comfortable. Like I'm referring to Aaron Black, who got injured and had to be out for a while.
The numbers of CB, 19 points. Spectacular, 8 of 14 from a point guard. That is tremendous for Banquero, plus 12 in the minutes that he played.
Yeah. So it's a 5-2 count in favor of the Bolts here early.
Holt calling for Pinky. It frees up Brownlee up top. Rosario now, the corner. Thompson gets the switch. Hodge on him now. Wanted to go baseline. No space given. And that will be a shot clock violation against Brgy Ginebra. And that is what Meralco does. They make it so difficult for you to find your openings.
Yeah, and not a very good start for Brgy Ginebra. Completely different from their game against Raynor Shai. We already had 2 missed shots there that are easy shots for Brownlee and Japet Aguilar. They could have had easily 6 points already on the board. They only have 2. And there's Newsom. So he gets to his spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets to his spot. You have to be able to stay in front of him because once he crossover dribbles you, you're going to be dislodged from your original defensive position.
Dr. J, sometimes when you play with without an import, the other side, the defense, actually finds it difficult to contend with your crew because that's not what they prepared for in your practices.
Oh, and that's a push there. That's true. For example, if Japet continues to play on a lower scale, you might see team play to a smaller team. Smaller in the sense that he might take away Japet, he might put in a Malonzo or whoever, but not exactly the height of a Japet Aguilar.
With no Akil Mitchell to deal with, that could be a possibility.
And he can always get Brownlee to play the center
Yep,
slot.
sure. The annual NBA Watch and Win is back. Watch live games on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, and Pilipinas Live until Feb 16. You can wait for the questions to be flashed on the screens during breaks. Visit nba.onesports.ph right after to send in your answers.
These are going to be important things for a team as they enter the playoffs. Making free throw shots. Oh, and that's a nice pass, nice drive, floater. There's Brownlee starting the break.
JB on the push, locates Holt. 3-point shot is gone. Tied ball game, 7 apiece.
Brownlee seems to have the uncanny ability of always trying to find his teammate. And they have to taper off somebody, and the guy that they're tapering off is Holt on the outside. The defense, I'm referring to.
Justin Brownlee just absorbs, attracts so much attention from the defense. Newsom gets to his spot, gets a friendly bounce.
Back to a 2-point lead here for the Bolts.
But you were talking about that mid-range game. When he gets there, that's close to being a guarantee that he'll make it.
And that's the reason why he's now a mainstay for the Gilas Filipinas squad.
Gilas Filipinas, Coach Tim Cone will be competing in Qatar before heading on to Chinese Taipei and New Zealand in a couple of away games, but there's still a lot of basketball to be played in the PBA before that particular window. Japet Aguilar with a shot response from Cliff Hodge. A couple of outside shots already, Doc.
1-3 and 1-2. He's got 5 in the ball game. 2-point lead for the Bolts. Everybody in this ball game seems to be very focused.
JB can't get the lead for Barangay Ginebra, missing the three. Hodge leaves it for Newsome. New goes behind the back, mishandles. Banquero recovers. 10 on the shot clock for Meralco. Banquero push to the baseline. Bates, one-hander, too strong. And he taps that ball out of bounds.
Meralco really has strengthened their team with the return of Bates.
Yeah.
And then you have Almazan more or less healthy right now. And if they're not, you can go up all the way up to Torres, I think, if you want to bring out the defensive player because of his ability to shoot from the outside.
Kyle Pascual sometimes can defend post-up big men.
Oh, that's no calls. Because it happened on our angle.
And Stephen Hall was asking for that as well. 6 seconds in the shot clock for Barangay Ginebra. Thompson the inbounder. They're looking for JB. Now Japet. Off the dribble. Leaves it for Troy. Rosario the stretch. He is fouled by Bates.
That extra pass allowed that space for Rosario to try to lean in with the layup. He'll go to the free throw line. Something he must be more consistent with. He's not a bad free throw shooter, but it's not on a regular basis.
Troy Rosario, fresh shiny, fresh pickup for Barangay Ginebra before the start of this conference. As our Pilipinas Live poll question will be, who will have more assists, Scotty Thompson or Bong Quinto? Join the discussions on Pilipinas Live. Free throws good for Troy Rosario, tying the score once again at 11 apiece. And for Meralco, even without an import, this is your all-Filipino champion last season, so you trust that you can still be competitive against a team with Justin Brownlee, Barangay Ginebra. Hodge, good pass, quick shot from Brandon Bates. Lead is back with the Meralco Bulls by 2 points, 13-11. Brownlee looking for Scotty. Thompson posting up against CB. Scotty showing his strength inside, misses. Tip it is on for Troy.
And he's holding on to that left shoulder. Somebody might have landed on him.
Quick pass to Newsome though. The shot is gone from downtown.
The reason that happened is because Rosario was late and coming down because of that injury. And so there was nobody covering Newsome on at the corners.
Justin Brownlee, the familiar one-hander, won't work as he was fouled.
He got a good break there because that usually could have been an easily N1.
Cliff Hodge tagged with a personal. Justin Brownlee will have the opportunity to score his first 2 points of this ball game when we come back from this timeout. 16-13, 3-point lead for Meralco.
Meralco versus Ginebra here on PBA Rush and the Pilipinas Live app. Ginebra coming from a bad loss against TNT, they were able to bounce back and play what Coach Tim called their best game of the conference against rain or shine. It was there when they went back to basics and no longer took things for granted, which is something they wish to do again. With the playoffs looming, the biggest focus, according to assistant coach Richard Del Rosario, is to just keep elevating their game to gain momentum for the next round. However, they are particularly wary of Meralco being number 1 in points in the paint and how different defenses of the Bolts throw Ginebra off, making it very critical for the Barangay to read the defense well and adjust quickly accordingly. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report, Miss Bell. And even if, right, they're no longer moving up to 1 and 2 or falling down to 7 and 8, you best believe that Barangay Ginebra will do everything that they can to pick up a win because you want momentum behind you heading into the quarterfinals, whoever the matchup will be.
Yeah. And likewise for the Bolts also. They want to continue to win, even though this will still be, they will still have one more game against the Magnolia Hotshots, right? Ginebra, this is their last game in the elimination round, and they will not be involved in any playoffs, so they won't be playing until quite a while.
We looked at the possibilities as Aaron Black misses from deep, and there is a chance, especially if Barangay Ginebra wins in this ball game, that they will be meeting in the quarterfinals in a best of 3. So you want to do your early work, your early homework against the opposing side, should that be the quarterfinal matchup. 3-point shot short coming from Holt, 1-point lead still for the Meralco Bolts. Newsome to the corner. Black will try again, still can't connect. Hodge with the offensive rebound. Almazan, first shot attempt is a miss, but it'll stay on the side of Meralco. 4 from Newsome, no.
They got 4 attempts in that one sequence, no? Fortunately for the Kings, nobody made the shot.
And the shots were mostly taken from the outside. Pass bothered, but it lands with Brownlee, and that's goodbye.
You have to make that kind of a quick pass when he seals in there, because if not, he's going to get caught with a 3-second violation, or the defensive team can come and help very quickly.
Very small defender in Bong Quinto. Tough matchup versus Brownlee. Quinto trying to use his speed against Rosario. Quinto, the pass stolen. That was way short, taken away by Holt. Stephen uses the screen. Chop it down low. Aguilar misses. Rebound tapped over to Newsome. Uncharacteristic misses, Dr. J, from Barangay Ginebra early in this first quarter.
Yeah, but there's also pressure in the game.
Hindi nasasanday na lang na.
These are two rivals. I've always said they've been rivals ever since the last few years that they've been playing in the finals in this kind of a conference and in this other kind of conference. No?
Aaron Black hold 0-3. Brownlee only hits front of the rim for 4.
Brownlee has not had a high percentage clip here. He's taken a lot of attempts already.
Another quick pass, and that side has been open. Brandon Bates scored there earlier. Now it's a turn of Raymond Almazan.
1-point lead for the Meralco Bolts with only
3:19 though.
Yeah, got covered here with it.
Rosario goes inside the JB. Now posting up against a better defender in Chris Newsome. Dagila's teammates. Brownlee, fade away, no.
He might have taken 6 or 7 shots already in this ball game. Made 2, I think. No? 1?
And 2 free throws though for 4 points. That's a push coming from Troy. 18-17 is the count. 1-point lead for Meralco as we head into this mandatory timeout for the Meralco Bulls. Scotty Thompson, Chris Newsome, the batchmates renewing their rivalry for Meralco and Barangay Ginebra. We'll be back after a quick break.
know, all we can do is control what we can control, and that's ourselves. Talk about it. We try not to look at the standings too much, because if you're down in the standings, you put a lot of pressure on yourself to try to move up, you know, and it can be a distraction. You get frustrated. If you're on top of the standings, then you get a little bit campante, and then you're, you know, so you really try to avoid looking at the standings. We know where we are, but we also know we control our own destiny. And if we can beat Meralco, then we get to that top 6, and we'll take it from there.
Do not be campante. That was the message coming from Coach Tim Cone. As you can see, teams that are already guaranteed a spot in our quarterfinals, led by North.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, ang magiging system niyan, baka yung rain or shine ang bumaba pag natalo.
Port at 9-3, TNT following them 8-3. Meralco can still get to both TNT and Northport in their final 2 games and pick up a top 2 spot with a twice to beat advantage in your quarterfinals. We welcome you back inside the Big Dome as Brownlee takes it away from Pasaol. JB attacks, Brownlee finishes.
That was a good thing on the part of Newsom. He played defense, but he was not going to waste a foul and probably give him on N1. You know, Newsom's Achilles here actually is getting into foul trouble early in the ball game.
Yep. And he knows how valuable he is, especially against Justin Brownlee. Another miss coming from Aaron Black. Almazan scores inside.
You know, this guy's a real good player. The only thing he's never consistent. There are days he makes those kind of shots. There are days
he misses.
He'll miss even easier shots than that underneath the basket.
Especially with the right hand. The left hand is more reliable coming from Raymond Almazan.
If you know, he dunks with the left hand more than with the right.
Hold now, push to that corner. One-on-one against Almazan. He is fouled. As Holt saw the mismatch, knew he was quicker, so he attacked off the dribble. As he take another look at this, like taking candy from a baby. Justin Brownlee then, downhill drive, uses a small bump, goes to the side step to complete this fast break attack.
Although Newsom was looking for a foul there, the bump was with the body. It was not a hand extended, so no calls for me.
The NBA's Mid-Season Classic is here. Watch the 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend live from Feb 15 to 17, exclusive on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, RPTV, and Pilipinas Live. It's gonna be one awesome weekend.
Well, this is smaller lineup I'm talking about, but he ain't small. You have Malonzo coming in for Japet Aguilar. Now you're a little bit quicker, so split charities there by Holt.
So you have a point guard in Abarientos and 4 players who can switch every position from 2 to 5 for Barangay Ginebra.
Like 6'5" and above, all of them, except for Holt, maybe about 6'4".
Aaron Black has been staying aggressive. Oh, sorry miss coming from Almazan. Talking about those shots that he should be making 100% of the time, though.
Would have been a real difference for him. But the mere fact that he got there shows that he has some ability.
Oh, this is going to be a tough matchup. Brownlee blows by Almazan, and he is fouled again.
That's 2 quick fouls on Almazan. And so far, no signs of Mitchell coming into the ball game, so he might not be available.
And back spasm slowing down Akil Mitchell.
I got back spasms. Well, you don't slow me down. I'm just kidding.
He sent it over to Bill.
There is a familiar face for JB behind Meralco's bench, one of their EASL imports, DJ Kennedy, his teammate back in college when they played for the St. John's Red Storm together from 2009 to 2011. When DJ was asked to describe their dynamics, he said basketball has taken them all over the world, but when they see each other again, they're right where they left off. He shared that JB has always been skilled, but he was even more surprised how he can get even more skilled just the way that he has been playing here in the Philippines. And Justin has also played a big part, and DJ also agreeing to play for the Meralco Balls, just seeing how JB has been here and just never left, and now DJ understands why JB loves the Philippines. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you for that report, Bell. That will be a lift violation against Raymond Almazan. And Justin Brownlee will be the first to tell you, even his original teammates, Barangay Ginebra and LA Tenorio, the likes of Sol Mercado even, he was not great when he came here. He was okay, he was talented, but he was not at this level. He worked hard, played into the system, and it really brought out the best out of Justin Brownlee.
Yeah, he had the right coach also, plus the fact that obviously this a nice drive. That was their ball. I don't know what he was trying to do, handling the ball when it was already.
Yep, on the way out.
Yeah, trying to be fancy and recovering here, just throwing the ball.
Yeah, take those with the positives as well if you're Coach Tim Cohn when it comes to this flashy point guard in RJ Abarientos.
By the way, Ku is in there replacing Brownlee.
3-point shot for Pasaol is off. Hanmisi with a rebound. 4 bench players and a starter in Troy Rosario for Coach Tim Cohn. Here are the final ticks of our first quarter. What a move for RJ, but he misses the jumper. Would have been a TikTok highlight right there if he came up with a basket.
Look at the score, 21-20. How many lead changes
Yep.
had here in the
As
very first
expected,
quarter?
between these two teams.
Yeah. And Torres, by the way, is in there, so I don't think we'll see Mitchell tonight. 3 big guys already used.
Torres also converts with a layup, and that will give Meralco a slim 1-point lead at the end of our first quarter. You take it if you're Meralco, especially you played all those 12 minutes without the help of your import Akil Mitchell. 22-21, a 1-point advantage in favor of Meralco. It was on this very floor where Justin Brownlee built a legendary career here in the PBA, and he is not done yet. So many games, so many heroic performances, many of them coming at the expense of the Meralco Bulls. Brownlee has built a legacy for Barangay Ginebra, but it is something that Meralco continues to want to solve. They want to prove that they're also at that level. They have enough to beat Brownlee and Barangay Ginebra. Yes, they've won their first championship here in the PBA in franchise history against San Miguel Beer, but I'm sure they're still relishing the opportunity for another shot in the big dance against JB and Ginebra. Teammates Gilas Pilipinas with Chris Newsom, I'm sure they share a brotherhood outside the PBA, but here, court of the Smart Araneta Coliseum, it's all business between those two. We pick things up here in your second quarter. Again, we thank you for joining us on PBA Rush and Pilipinas Live. Cancino, instant impact, coming on the bench and scoring 2 points quickly for Meralco.
I'm sure that Ku did not expect that pass. And of course, he's not the quickest player among their bigger players. If that was Rosario, he would have caught up with them.
Yep, longer,
Maybe
lankier.
even Japet, he might have gotten it up in the air.
Jamie, perhaps. But a 3-point lead for the Meralco Bulls. Aaron Black uses the screen from Bates. AB swings it to Cancino to the corner now. Norbert Torres for 3, that's good.
We're talking about his ability to shoot from the outside. He had a layup earlier, a hard layup. Got 5 points also. Some good contributions from their big men.
A batchmate of Chris Newsom and Scotty Thompson, Norbert Torres, as Abarientos answers quickly with a layup.
Still very good plays by Team Cohn, especially sometimes off the triangle. You always have to expect that lead bounce pass as they curl around you. Make those cuts from the weak side or strong side.
Bates fakes the handoff to Black. Gives it up now to Cancino. Defense goes under. The 4-point shot is good for CJ.
Never afraid to shoot. And they got another alley in Maliksi from UST, you know, before moving to UP. Yeah.
Malonzo attacks inside. Clean swipe coming from Alvin Pasaol as they get a stop.
You know, the reason why he wasn't called for offensive foul was because the guy, you know, was able to intercept the ball, steal the ball after mismatch.
But Aaron Black is not having it. Yep.
Yeah, he's struggling. He's not in the right position with his shots. In other words, the 2 3-point shots were wide open, but this one was a little bit forced.
But with the defender going under the screen, that was a lot of space to work with. For CJ Cancino, as he drains it from way downtown to extend their lead to 8 points, 31 to 23. And if you just joined us, you have not yet seen Akil Mitchell see any sort of action in this match.
Well, obviously, if they're doing this well, you're not going to see action because they're not going to force it. Now, in the last few years, Ginebra has always struggled against Meralco. Remember, they were eliminated by Meralco, I think, in the All-Filipino Conference. In the, was it in the semis? Yeah.
They've had series wins over Barangay Ginebra, but never in the finals.
Yeah,
that's an opportunity that they want to get once again at some point.
They've also been hurt by Scotty Thompson's last second shot.
Multiple times. I remember the PBA bubble, of course, one of those moments. That corner 3-point shot that was also a nightmare on Christmas for the Magnolia Chicken Nublados Hot Shots. Just an ordinary foul tagged against Pasaol, 31-23. As you have about 2 minutes gone by already here in the second quarter. Another turnover for Barangay Ginebra.
Team is looking for a timeout if Meralco should score on this play.
That's a foul on Barrientos.
I think Aaron slipped there, but was it Aaron? No, it's Banquero who slipped.
Barrientos asking for a challenge from Coach Tim. Will he? Won't he?
I don't think he's going to challenge that.
See this play one more time. Banquero steps. Oh, he stepped on his own foot. Might be a case there for a no call. As Barangay Ginebra will call a timeout, 31 to 23, 8-point lead for Meralco. Many times they tried, many times they failed. The Meralco Bulls were eager to finally pick up their first championship in PBA history. They did it against the San Miguel Beermen, and then they beat them again here in our elimination round. Hustle and effort, the fast break points, the inside points. Meralco just playing more fluid with chemistry as opposed to the San Miguel Beermen. And as he said, Dr. J, for the first time in an entire decade, San Miguel will not be making it into the quarterfinals of the PBA 49th Season Commissioner's Cup.
Well, there's always a first time, as they say, but it's not the first time. But again, just something that you don't expect, especially with the kind of lineup that San Miguel had. So, very, very surprising, but it does happen.
So we're still looking for 2 more teams to make it into the next stage. Rain or Shine, Magnolia, and Lex, all in contention. But for NLEX, what's clear is that at least they will have a knockout game.
Yeah.
Whatever happens in the other results, they will have an opportunity to play in for a quarterfinal spot. Cancino missing that
Well, it could be
mid-range J.
it could be easier for them if Magnolia loses.
Yeah,
on
that would
Friday.
be the
Then it's
quickest
finished.
path.
They will already be there. Just what number are you going to be in?
Rare first half minutes for Raymond Aguilar as Abarrientos attacks baseline. Abarrientos on the exit connects with a short corner jumper.
Ah!
31 to 25. Meralco on top by
Wait
6.
lang, mababa na ako.
Plenty of
After
time
the second
left here in
quarter.
the second quarter. A little over 9 minutes.
Banquero uses the screen from Norbert. Torres inside, lost the basketball. Ahan Misi with a takeaway. Barrientos fakes, locates Ralph Koo, covered now by Rios. Malonzo goes to the step back, hounded. Now Barrientos will reset, handoff up top. RJ to Aguilar. The jumper is short. Malonzo, easy putback.
That's what they say when you have a Malonzo and a Rosario coming in or starting for your team. You really got some size
Yep.
there in the 3 or 4 position, and they're doing well.
The depth with Malonzo coming off the bench alongside the Barrientos. Now Banquero locates Torres. Made a 3 earlier, this time it's way off. Ahan Misi hesitated on the forward pass. Now he locates Malonzo. Jamie. Oh, that's just so good. That was a between the legs snatch back from Alonso for the step back J.
They're going to be stronger if it gets stronger for them. Because it'll really give them a big-time scorer also on that position.
Then you're also hoping that Isaac Go will be available at some point in the playoffs.
I heard that he has been doing some practices. No? They're really going to change their lineup.
Now look at this easy putback coming from Jamie Malonzo, and then that snatch back, step back. Deadly combination from Jamie. As the lead is now down to just 2, 6-0 mini run here for Meralco. Banquero inside, misses on the layup. Abarrientos surveying, steps back, leaves it for Aguilar. They go inside to Ralph Koo now. Aguilar will not take a shot. Alonso versus Hodge. 9 on the shot clock. Jamie bodying up, posting up, but he cannot move Hodge. 3 to work with. Abarrientos must do something about it. Comes up dry. And that's a shot clock violation. The second time that Barangay Ginebra was tagged with the expiration of their 24.
You can see how good the coaching staff of Meralco is. They saw what was happening because of the smaller lineup. They bring in Cliff Hodge and take out Torres. But because Hodge, he's only about 6'4", but he ain't small. He plays big, and he's very agile and good defender.
Meralco asking for continuation. Referee Tantay saying that the foul was committed before the gather. So just a sideline throw in for the Bolts. Banquero to the one-hander. He has been struggling from the field as well, but he regains possession. Rios, the specialist, can convert from the outside.
Oh, but second, Meralco's shots have begun to miss here in the second quarter.
Aguilar, pitch balls, gives it up now to Ahan Misi. Ahan Misi on the Hesi. Aguilar swings it, cool, to Malonzo. 5 on the shot clock. Jamie misses on the layup. Putback is his though.
Two rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 follow-up, 7 straight points for him.
8-0 run, Dr. J, for Barangay Ginebra. Cancino, good move, and he will earn for himself a couple of free throws. This once again, Jamie Malonzo, the layup, no one boxing him out though. As Johnson Rios was left ball watching instead of putting a body on Malonzo. But the tie can be broken by CJ Cancino, who has quickly scored 6 points all here in the second quarter and make that 7 with a free throw.
But the guy that we should expect to score for them hasn't scored, and that's Bong Quinto.
Quiet performance for Bonquito. The cheers were for LA Tenorio, who has checked into this ball game.
Still has a lot of following. Still the leader.
Happy birthday, Mr. Jonas Terrado. I acknowledge you as the Vice President of the PBA Press Corps.
I've known him for a long time. Helped me through the years too. Nice pass.
Hanmisi recovers. Aguilar has it again. Leaves it for LA. Tenorio to Ralph Koo. Running low on the clock once again is Barangay Ginebra. Hanmisi must put it up. Oh! That hit a cloud, Dr. J, before it went in.
Yeah, but you did see all the backspin when that ball was up in the air. It's in our line of sight, exactly where we're seated.
And just like that, Barangay Ginebra takes the lead here, 34-33. Hodge, the fadeaway J, no. Rebound for Jansen Rios, but there will be a foul called against him.
Yeah, over the back foul. And he used the left hand to ward off the defender. Look at this. Emergency shot. Look at all that spin. Really high. You could have shot that over a 6'10".
And he had to duck because the defender was right there in his face. Had to put extra loop on that. 11-2 run coming from Barangay Ginebra after facing their biggest deficit of the ball game at 8 points.
You're talking about that, and who are the players on the floor? Koo and Aguilar.
Yep.
The other Aguilar,
Yep.
not Japet.
So this is an all-bench crew right now for Coach Tim Cone. Raymond with Ralph Koo, Malonzo, Tenorio, and Hanmisi.
But Malonzo has been the key player here.
Missed a prolonged time because of a calf injury.
Something slipped from his hand.
It's always
I don't want to admit that I shot an air ball.
it's always the ball.
That's bad.
It's always the ball, Dr. J.
Something slipped. Ball.
In and out.
In and out.
Malonzo could not maximize the replacement free throw as the lead stays at 1 for Barangay Ginebra. 5 minutes remaining here in our first half of action. Oh, good swipe from behind, but there was a foul as well from Ralph Koo.
You know, here it's almost automatic. They call that swipe it from behind.
Yeah. Especially when it's smaller players against taller players.
Yeah, but this one is practically the same size. But in the end, they really look if you hit the ball or you hit the hand before it starts.
Let's see if Meralco can retake the lead. Banquero in and out on the 3-ball. Dr. J. Bonquito, you were looking for him. Nothing yet in this ball game.
That's surprising.
Malonzo goes on the attack, trying to create space. Oh, well challenged by Newsome.
Good save by Quinto.
Aguila's teammates going up head-to-head here with 4:31 left in your second quarter. Meralco down by 1 after leading by as many as 8 points. It is 34-33 for Barangay Ginebra.
still live from the Smart Araneta Coliseum for the Ginebra Meralco match. For Chris Newsome, playoffs mindset starts today. He admits it would take a lot for him to let go of the mental baggage caused by their hectic schedule as the end of the elimination round draws closer. But for the ever-vocal leader, it boils down to having a strong heart and delivering in intangibles. He asserts that they have proven that they can win against Ginebra in an all-Filipino conference, but he also knows how important it is to get an extra push from Akil. But as we see no signs of Akil going back into action, even starting his action for tonight, it's now about them having to fill the gaps of an Akil Mitchell-shaped goal. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you for that report, Miss Bell, Gregorio. And to be fair, it's not too bad without an import coming from the Meralco Bolts here in this ballgame. And Dr. J, you understand where they're coming from. Yes, 2 wins will get you a top 2 spot. But if something happens in those 2 games to Akil Mitchell and he's not available for the quarterfinals, then that's a bigger problem.
Worse, yeah. Well, they have the time to replace imports if you want, because there'll be some time before that comes around.
But of course, you wouldn't want to because you found a gem of an import. I was talking to Coach Luigi Trillo before the start of the ball game. And they're so happy with what Akil Mitchell brings to the table. A veteran, a pro, and a great teammate. Almazan misses that jumper, and Ahanmisi completes the stop for Barangay Ginebra. Brownlee goes to Ahanmisi, another 3. It's good again.
2 big 3-point shots for him here in the second quarter. But this ball game is reminiscent of the first game. If you watch the first game, low scoring in the first half until the breakaway by NLEX in the second half of play.
And because of that, the NLEX Road Warriors will earn at least a playoff for the 8th spot, depending on the results of the matches on Friday. Of course, Magnolia and Rainer Shine will be seeing action still. Those 2 teams can be entangled with NLEX in a 3-way tie. Coach Chito Victolero looking on.
Yeah.
With Coach Johnny Abarientos.
Well, their fate is in their hands, no? The Magnolia Hotshots.
Yep.
They have to win.
You have to win.
No win, goodbye.
Meanwhile, the coaching staff of Eastern, again, you might consider scouting all of these teams because you might be matched up with them in the quarterfinals.
But you know, I don't know if I worked with you early in the elimination round. Not that I belittle Eastern. They really have a hard schedule because they're playing 2 tournaments almost at the same time. But I thought that they did not have the inside power, no, which they had, which Bay Area had last year. No?
For sure, that's a different team altogether, Dr. J. Yes, there were remnants, but really not the same team as Malonzo set back by Cliff Hodge. Meralco on the run, Bong Quinto.
Finally, no yet.
In and out.
37 all with 2.5 minutes left here.
Still nothing coming from Bong Quinto.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yep, uncharacteristic struggles here for the usually reliable Quinto. Brownlee leads to the left hand, connects, and in one opportunity.
That's a chance that he made there on the defender. Has a chance for a 3-point play.
And this best move of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Malonzo not closing the gap. Sorry, it was Almazan not closing the gap there, leaving Brownlee with some space to squeeze into that double team.
Did he pick up the foul? That's his 3rd personal foul if he was the one who picked up that foul. And that's why he's being replaced.
Brownlee with a bonus free throw. Short.
The second miss from the free throw line by Brownlee.
Quick pass to Cancino. Had to throw it high up because he was worried that Chapman would reach for it. Hand off to LA against Black. Tenorio, the one-hander, he was clipped.
He got hit by Quinto. That's a patent shot.
Yeah.
It's like a lean-in push.
I first saw it in Ateneo, no? I'm sure you saw it maybe when he was still playing in the high school ranks. Coach Luigi Trillo looking on. His team down by 2 points right now. See, 5 missed free throws already for Barangay Ginebra. Perfect, but with fewer attempts for Meralco.
I was talking to him when he came in. I still miss him. I was telling him, he had a hole in one.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, he was so happy. And I told him, you know, Eli, I'll tell you something. There are some people that go through life without having a hole in one. And I named a guy who was the best golfer during our time, Ben Arda, of Bantam Ben Arda of the Philippines. Never had a hole in one in his distinguished 30, 40-year career.
LA, starting the next phase of his athletic career early. His
No,
golfing stage.
but he was telling me about his coaching, that he was beginning to call practices for the youth.
And one opportunity for CJ Cancino, as he has been an injection of energy offensively for the Meralco Bulls. He'll have a chance to knot the score once again with this bonus free throw coming up. Clear foul there on Stephen Holt.
Cancino is a guy that's never afraid to shoot or to score, and that certainly helps.
We send it over now to Bell.
Rhythm and confidence were the two things CJ Cancino put the most premium on after it took him 3 months to recover from a foot injury. And it was also hard for him to believe that he would get his rhythm through the coaches trusting him enough to use him in crucial stretches where CJ would find opportunities to become a game changer. And that's why with the Bolts down to their second to the last game before the next round, CJ believes it's safe to say that he has gotten his rhythm and confidence, which has come at a perfect time since this is also the first time that he is facing Ginebra. So there's also added hunger on his part given the rivalry that has brewed between his team and the Barangay. Back to you, gentlemen.
I'm sure he was always looking forward to this chance to go up against Barangay Ginebra. And see family of Jape, wife Cassie, of course, father. Always in attendance, always in support of Japet.
I would too. That was my son.
Quiet performance so far for Aguilar. Only 4 points in the game, but he does give Barangay Ginebra a 2-point lead, 42-40.
Yeah, he's not yet on par for his game, in other words, because it's a golfing term.
Good position defensively coming from Barangay Ginebra, and they force a stop. LA Tenorio with a takeaway. Holt takes the 3. And now Brownlee attacks a slower pace. Oh! My goodness, JB, have mercy!
Don't be blocking me there and there. No. They ain't blocking me up there.
He lulls you to sleep and makes you think that it'll just be a quick layup, and then he blows you away. And that wakes up the Barangay Ginebra crowd. They're protecting a 4-point lead. Quinto being hounded. Oh, they have to shoot. Cancino. That prayer will not be answered. Rebound for Brownlee.
2 more offensive plays coming up, and LA says, let's use the time.
They go quickly to JB at the post, double team. Aguilar, the push, no. Rebound, tap to Black. Bates, ahead, Bates. Counters with a layup.
That's the reason why they didn't want to go early, no? But because they gave the ball to Japet at that area, he had nowhere to go but to shoot. It became like a 2-for-1 attempt. 2.5 seconds. They have a 30-second timeout, I think.
They can use a 30-second timeout. That's exactly what they do. But Dr. J, look at this once again. All of a sudden, an explosion. Detonation coming from Justin Brownlee. Slamming it over the defense of Brandon Bates. Giving us the biggest highlight of this first half so far. It is 44 for Barangay Ginebra, 42 for the Meralco Bulls. 2.5 seconds remaining here in your first half of action. A well-played one, given that Meralco is playing without an import in Akil Mitchell, suffering from back spasms. Not seen action. Maybe we'll not see action for the rest of this game.
Mano.
These are the numbers, 25.2 for Brownlee, 23.9 for Akil Mitchell. But of course, he is the better rebounder because he is taller. Meralco maximizing the unlimited height allowance for imports here in the Commissioner's Cup.
Well, two teams that did not maximize are doing well.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
Barangay and of course
TNT.
TNT. No? So what can you say about RHG?
Nothing, coach. There's nothing bad to say about Ronde Hollis Jefferson. Quick pass, Brownlee on the fade. Can't get it to drop. He was asking for a foul. Referee's not agreeing. And that is how we will end things here in our first half of action. A slim 2-point lead for Barangay Ginebra with the offense powered by this guy, Justin Brownlee. It was a slow start for JB, but when he got going, then he was able to lift Barangay Ginebra. The first fight off the deficit, and then second build a slight advantage here as we head into our halftime break. 11 points, including this gorgeous slam dunk over the defensive facial. Yes, flex for Justin Brownlee as he will lead Barangay Ginebra to a 44-42 advantage against Meralco here at the halftime break. are locked in a tight battle. We thank you for joining us on PBA Rush and Filipinas Live. Carlo Formentuan with Dr. J and Dr. J, as expected, a tight battle between these two teams, even if Meralco is playing without an import in the first two quarters.
Well, obviously, Meralco's defense never wavers. And they only limited the Barangay Ginebra to 44 points. So it's not really that much of scoring that's hurting Meralco, but more themselves not being able to get scoring from some of their key players. Cancino there on your screens already has 11 points in the ballgame.
And the absent player for Meralco scoring is indeed Bong Quinto, usually a reliable scorer. Well, can't help just yet for the Meralco Bulls. They need him to get something going in our second half as we take a look at the numbers. Halftime stats brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
44% only for Barangay Ginebra, but even worse on the part of Meralco, 39%. This is the factor where Barangay Ginebra failed. They missed 6 free throws, and a couple of them were from Brownlee. So Meralco, on the other hand, has 100%. Points in the paint +4 for the Barangay Ginebra Kings.
And in a tight ball game like this, Dr. J, all of those free throws mean a little bit more. Bench also coming up to play for Meralco, as you said, Doc. 11 for Cancino, 6 coming from Raymond Almazan, 2 of their top 4 scorers. On the other side, Ahanmis and Malonzo all helping out from the second unit of Coach Tedco. We now send it over to our venue announcer for a special commendation.
Commissioner Vinny Marcial, PBA Board of Governors Vice Chairman and Barangay Ginebra Governor Al Francis Chua, and Meralco Team's Governor Attorney William Formentuan for a PBA Career Achievement Award. In the fourth quarter of his game against San Miguel Beermen last January 18, 2025 at the Condon City Arena, he became the 55th player overall in PBA history to reach 1,000 career offensive rebounds. The 53rd local, only the 7th among active players, and only the 3rd to achieve it in a Meralco Bulls uniform. PBA fans, please join us in giving a round of applause to Meralco big man Raymond Almazan. Once again, congratulations, Raymond Almazan. And gentlemen, thank you very much.
Congratulations, Raymond Almazan. Wife of Raymond. He received the award with his son. It's an award he will receive with his first supporters alongside him. A special day for Almazan, and it will be even more special if they somehow turn this ball game around and complete it with a victory. We thank you once again for joining us on PBA Rush and Filipinas Live. Carlo Formentuan with Dr. J. Andiao. Miss Bell Sweetwood, our courtside reporter. Third quarter starting here inside the Big Dome. Nusam, Bates with Quinto, Banquero, and Hodge the 5 for Coach Luigi Trillo. Nusam trying to create against Brownlee. That will be a 3-second violation. Brandon Bates waiting too long, was hoping that Nusam would take a shot and the possible offensive rebound will come his way.
You can't blame him because he had, after setting the screen, he dove and he had a switch. So he had Scotty Thompson, but they never got him the ball.
So Dr. J, if we say that Bong Quinto has not yet scored, Scotty Thompson has not yet scored either for Barangay Ginebra.
That's why he got very little minutes in the first half of play. But that could be preserving him. There's Quinto. You could see him. I'm getting my 2 no matter what.
Chris Banquero scoring here as he will answer back that first attack coming from Barangay Ginebra.
So Banquero has 4 points in the ball game. Newsom was 9 points. Rosario in and out.
Rosario with 6 markers so far. Quinto pushing. He was left open. He will try his luck from downtown.
the outside shots have looked decent for Bong Quinto. One
Just
in and
one
out
for
earlier.
him, yeah.
This one just a bit long. Scotty, can he finally get his first point? Sideline throw in, says referee Noel killing it.
No free throws.
But now he will want to talk things over with his officials. So they change their mind, as he will get 2 free throws instead. He sent it over to Bill.
With the game being close at the half, assistant coach Sandro Soriano of the Bolts shared that the bone of contention they've identified is rebounds, highlighting the need to dominate more in crashing the boards. Offensively, they observed how the Bolts were taking good shots, they were just not sinking in. However, they should still keep trying to execute and not question themselves as long as they ensure that they are within a flow and playing with more fluidity. Assistant coach Richard Del Rosario, meanwhile, admitted they were thrown off guard by Akil Mitchell not seeing action. They weren't executing the way they wanted, as the Bolts have been forcing them to isolate as well, so it's ball movement that never needs to work on in the second half. Back to you, Carlin, Dr. J.
Thank you for that report, Ms. Bell. As Scotty Thompson gets a steal, Holt will draw a foul from Chris Newsom. But it's exactly what we were talking about, Dr. J, in the first half. It's sometimes the negative for one team, not having Akil Mitchell, would turn out to be a positive for them, because Brgy Ginebra, I'm sure, game plan
Included
for Akil Mitchell, and now all of a sudden he's gone, and Meralco is playing differently from how they usually do.
Correct. And then if you were Dincon, when you go back into the locker room after the first half, you're probably telling your players, the guy's not going to play.
Yeah.
They've already used 3 big men, and no signs of him. So he's not ready to play for this ball game. So he has made that other adjustments. That was a blocking foul because he was in no man, so the defender established his position, but he was inside that cylinder.
So it had to be a blocking foul, leading to 2 free throws converted.
Actually, if you're a player and you see somebody defending and you have taken up, you should take your time and try to make it a 3-point play. Because you have all the time now to really, do what
Focus
you want.
on the shot, yeah.
In other words, it's like a penalty, and you can throw the ball in football all you want. In American football.
Quinto still missing from the outside,
nice
the rebound coming from Holt. They're pushing. Rosario, touchdown!
And all of a sudden, a little breakaway here, now up to an 8-point lead for Brgy Ginebra.
Matching the biggest lead of the ball game for the Meralco Bolts, who will answer back here for Meralco. Quinto, he's been trying, that's his spot, still could not connect.
And those are all around the circle, including that 3-point shot he attempted earlier.
The pass connects, Japet sends it out. Scotty saves the possession. Scotty, oh, what a pass! Rosario with the end one!
Like you said, Scotty may not score, but he does a lot of other things.
Look at this gorgeous play, attracting the defense of Brandon Bates, and at the last moment, dropping it off. Special delivery to Troy Rosario, who will be taking the bonus free throw after this
Ang laking
timeout.
pagkakamali, bakit
It is a
hindi
double-digit
nanalo yung
lead for the
import?
first time for Brgy Ginebra, 54-44, heading into this timeout.
Tim has been candid, saying that they are still asking a lot from Troy Rosario as he continues to adjust defensively. Troy let us in on what Coach Tim meant, sharing that there are certain terms to their defensive schemes that are still unclear to him, especially when their defense requires switching and even certain footwork. Because Ginebra is so organized and they work within a continuous flow, Troy argues that being one step and even 1 second late from cuts and screens makes such a big difference. But he is confident that with more repetitions, with more games, he will surely get the hang of it. Back to you, Carlo, Dr. J.
And if he is already this effective in his first ever conference for Barangay Ginebra, imagine what could be done with Troy Rosario moving forward. Already getting an opportunity to resume playing for Gilas Pilipinas. So that's a tough jumper, missed short by Bong Quinto.
That's one thing about Troy. He can play two parts of the game. He can play offense, he can play defense. And look at that, he was running right away. If he didn't come back, they could have thrown the baseball pass. He would have had another layup.
Oh, this is troublesome. So, kick out pass, it results to a 3. The mismatch attracted by Justin Brownlee, and then he zips a pass over to Stephen Hall for the wide open 3.
You know, these first 5 of team, when they're clicking, it's going to be a very powerful lineup in the playoffs.
One-hander short for Newsome. But unfortunately, Barangay Ginebra could not complete the stop.
And then you have Barrientos coming in. The usual substitution that he makes. A small guy coming in for Japet Aguilar, and they move either Brownlee or Troy Rosario to the 5 and the 4, alternating them.
Newsome looking for Quinto, still trying to get himself going. Bong had to throw it back out, and that will be a legal screen from Cliff Hodge.
It's one thing you also like, team must really be happy with these 2 acquisitions when you talk about Holt and Rosario. They play offense, they play defense.
Yeah.
Holt actually is forgiving in his offense. You know, sometimes you must beg him to shoot at times.
Sometimes he
he's too
passes off
he's shy,
shots that he could take. Yep.
With this new team, he just doesn't want to impose his will right away.
Biggest lead of the matchup for Barangay Ginebra. Scotty dribbles it off his own foot.
I don't think
That's interesting.
I don't think that was a kick.
Because it was kicked initially by Scotty Thompson.
I think they're going to challenge that. Wait. Hey, they were challenging that. This referee, sort of a new guy, he wasn't looking at them. But then when he gave the ball, it's goal.
Oh! That was quick. Meralco making it apparent that they wanted to challenge, but it was disallowed. The counter-attack won't work for Bong Quinto. Rushed it too much.
He might not have woken up on the right side of the bed the way he's playing. He's missing some easy shots.
Brownlee against the slower Bates. JB bump, and he will take 2.
Slowly but surely, they're attacking the big men. Almasal already has 3 fouls. Bates is going to pick up the fouls too. 7 missed free throws already for Ginebra in this ball game. No?
2 opportunities for Justin Brownlee as we remind you once again that the annual NBA Watch and Win is back. Watch the live games on NBA TV Philippines. One Sports and Filipinas live until February 16 and wait for questions to be flashed on screen during breaks. Visit nba.onesports.ph right after to send in your answers.
Get good opportunities to win nice prizes.
The NBA merch as we are heading into our All-Star break.
Yeah, All-Star.
Now a 15-point lead for Barangay Ginebra. Newsome, the elbow jumper, strong, and the offense just not flowing for Meralco here in the 3rd quarter.
They might need to get Cancino back in the ball game because he's the only guy that's really, together with Newsome, that's scoring.
Brownlee, that familiar move and the jump ball effective. Opening up a 17-point lead now.
Like I said, this is similar to what happened in our first game. Close match in the first game.
The breakaway.
Yeah, then the breakaway in the 3rd quarter by Index all the way up to the end of the game.
For Dr. J for Barangay Ginebra, this could be important because having this advantage will allow you to use some of your bench players and save the legs of the likes of Justice Brownlee and your other main guys for the long run of the playoffs.
Well, Hodge making another basket. He's been okay for tonight offensively.
Brownlee
Dancing.
again using his quickness, goes behind the back. What a find! Troy Rosario could not handle that one-hander. Bonquito still trying, finally gets his first 2 points of the game.
That's a disadvantage of not having a big man in the middle.
Yeah.
There's nobody who can block that shot after the good spin there by Bonquito.
Yeah!
Barrientos leaves it for Troy. Rosario goes deep. Foul.
He fouls his Bates right now.
Fourth personal foul, Dr. J, Brandon Bates.
Almazan about to check in for him. Almazan also had 6 points in the first half of play. Pretty decent from the field. That's his third miss in the ball game from the free throw line. And Aljon Mariano seeing action for the first time for Ginebra.
Earlier we saw Raymond Aguilar getting some minutes.
Yeah. And he took one attempt, but definitely that second team really helped them get back into the ball game. And he established that 2-point lead.
That was when Jamie Malonzo
Went to work.
helped out.
And
And
then
Messi as well. And that was at the point where Barangay Ginebra was down by 8 points against Meralco. Aaron Black locates Bonquito. Can he find some confidence after that first basket? Still not working well for him.
That's a problem when you don't have a post player like the import that they could have used at the post.
Stephen Holt, another three. Not this time. Hodge rushing to the other side. Cliff gives it up to Quinto. Cancino, Dr. J is about to check back into this contest.
That's expected. You gotta find somebody to score.
Newsome against a smaller defender. Almazan, the push, too strong. And that will be a foul drawn by Hodge.
And Rosario quickly admits that. I think it's only his first foul. It's on
Mariano,
Mariano was called for the foul. That's his first foul.
And this was the exchange. Mariano hooking the arm. And why did Rosario admit to the foul? He did not touch Cliff Hodge. Just a good guy, Dr. J.
Raymond Aguilar back together with John Pinto, former Meralco player, finally won his first championship when he moved to Barangay Ginebra. Now really a secondary player with the entry of RG Barrientos.
Yep. And that was during the same free agency period that netted Meralco Chris Banquero. So, yep, they lost Pinto, but then they were able to pick up Chris Banquero from the Phoenix squad that he was playing for back then.
Was it? He wasn't in Magnolia anymore. He had gone to Magnolia.
Yep, I think it was after Phoenix, Dr. J. Because that was the trade, I believe, for Calvin Abueva to go to Magnolia. Aguilar would want to shoot, and then just to hit the rim, beat the buzzer, but his shot would not fall in.
He's really been tentative. I remember when he was with TNT, he was taking shots from the outside.
Good seal coming from Almazan. No other choice there but to give up a foul for Aguilar.
See, now you have a post player because you have Aguilar guarding Almazan. They're throwing the ball into the post first to start their play.
Again, this is our third to the last game in the elimination round. 2 more games this coming Friday, the Phil Sports Arena. Reminding you once again that the NBA's Mid-Season Classic is here. Watch the 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend live from Feb 15 to 17 exclusively on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, RPTV, and Filipinas Live. It's going to be one awesome weekend.
Since you mentioned the game there, it's going to be between Meralco and Magnolia for the first game. positively must win for Magnolia.
Absolutely.
And then the next game will be between TNT
And Rain or Shine.
Yes.
So, triple tie at 6-6. Still a possibility, Dr. J,
And that
between
will
Rain
also
or
be
Shine,
playoff, right?
Magnolia, and Lex, which will demand a playoff, a knockout game for the
On
8th
Sunday.
spot.
Sunday.
Again, only ties at the 8th and 9th spots will be decided by a knockout game. Everything else is either win over the other
Or quotient.
or quotient. Meralco fighting back here, trimming their deficit down to 12 points.
Well, with this lineup of Ginebra, they really have a great opportunity to cut it down. Almazan.
Shot it strong again, but this time gets the friendly bounce.
Got 10.
Yep, and his teammates are really looking for him because he has a big size advantage, Dr. J, against Raymond Aguilar.
And certainly more talent if you talk about experience there.
Barrientos, the 3, no. Rebound picked up by AB. Black on the attack, scoop layup, no. Almazan, offensive rebound. He will get 2 free throws. I mean, Aaron Black has been struggling with his shooting, Dr. J.
Including layups. But at halftime, there was a 1,000 offensive rebounds given to Almazan as being only the 7th player, and he again got an offensive rebound.
62-52 is the count. You can see the reactions, the intensity of this ball game as Barangay Ginebra is protecting a 10-point lead. 62-52 heading into this timeout.
Oh! Hindi?
Back inside the big dome where Barangay Ginebra was hoping to break this game wide open. As you can see, the locals of Barangay Ginebra, their tremendous import, Justin Brownlee. You have double-digit scorers from the starters and from the bench. And with the addition of Jamie Malonzo, things could even get better for Ginebra. They're also awaiting the return of Isaac Go.
Yeah. And that'll also make them bigger, plus a guy that can also extend the defense because, he loves to shoot the three-point shot. Almazan going to the free throw line. Very productive night already for him. The only thing that, sidelined him a little bit was the 3 fouls early in the first half.
But if you take a look at the upper middle part of your screens in a little while, you can see very cute sign where the son of Raymond Aguilar is actually hoisting the plaque that was given to him, Dr. J, by PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall to celebrate a career milestone
for Raymond Almazan.
For Raymond Almazan, 62-53, 9-point disadvantage for Meralco, so eating up into that big lead of Barangay Ginebra. Barrientos uses the screen from Raymond. From the elbow, the jumper is gone.
Stop playing defense because you didn't think he would be able to shoot a fadeaway, and he hurt you,
Newsome sends it out. Cancino, a long 3-point shot, could not hit it. And that ball will be last touched by Cliff Hodge.
Saved again by the effort of Malonzo. Never giving up on a rebound play. That's what you like about your players. He's starting afresh with this in Barangay Ginebra team because he's coming off a year-long injury.
Oh, what a stretch coming from Barrientos. at least once every ball game, Dr.
He
J.
does crazy things like that.
Yep.
And crazy shots like that, but he makes it.
Worth the price of
Nice
admission by his
pass.
lonesome. Good find as Cliff Hodge connects with the layup.
These are two guys that have played so long with each other. They know their movements.
If you're Meralco, you just want to stay within striking distance, maybe turn things around in the fourth quarter. Because again, a top 2 spot is still up for grabs for the Bolts. Barrientos missing from downtown.
They're only down by a dozen points.
Yep.
There's still a minute and 25 left here. They can cut this all the way down to 8 or 6.
Good pass to the corner, Cancino for 3. That will not work. Almazan with yet another offensive rebound.
What an effort he's giving.
Black, can he finally get something going? He connects with the right push.
Now it's down to 10. And, you know, even though there's only a minute and 3, team ain't taking it. No? That might be a 30-second timeout. He might call it.
So that's just the demand of Coach Tim Cone. Even from his second unit, you have to play within the standards of Barangay Ginebra basketball as we take another look at this stretch coming from RJ Barrientos. The distance that he covered to be able to go for that layup. Meanwhile, the right-hander from the natural lefty in Aaron Black will get them back within 10, 67-57.
Just discipline on the part of Coach.
Raymond Almazan, effective in this ball game so far. Almost a double-double. Just short a couple of rebounds to get to that number. And then he received the commendation for 1,000 offensive rebounds.
Very happy guy. You know, you wake up in the morning, you know, you're going to get an award. Get your child prepared, your wife is with you. And you're ready to play the game. And you're ready to rock and roll.
You just hope that you will go home with a black and a win. And correcting our scores, it is 66-57. Only a 9-point advantage. Oh, what a find! Raymond Aguilar surprising everyone because everyone was looking at Barrientos receiving that basketball, Dr. J.
And that was a very quick pass. And usually guards are the ones who make those kind of passes.
Aaron Black, another push, and now he's starting to hum.
Remember, he's very good shooting with his right hand, even though he's left hand. You know, that scoop shot of his.
Meralco gaining some rhythm offensively at the tail end of this third quarter. Barrientos of the switch. Now Malonzo with a size advantage against Cancino. The jumper won't work off the bank.
Enough time to get one more heave here.
Oh, Pasaol mishandles. Pass was a little too low for him.
Not an accurate pass, because if that was a good pass, that ball is going to bounce right to your hands. But they got it down to 9.
So still within striking distance. Barangay Ginebra did their best to build up their lead. It stood once at 17 points. As we head into the fourth quarter of action. The story of this matchup so far for Meralco, without the help of Akil Mitchell, who is nursing back spasms in this ball game, they have to rely on CJ Cancino dropping 11 points in the first half. On the other side, Stephen Holt has been effective. 13 points, a plus 13 for Barangay Ginebra when he was on the floor. He was also explosive in the third quarter. He hit an early 3, 17-2 run. for Barangay Ginebra to open the third quarter, stretch their lead to a high of 17 points. But when the bench came in, when Coach Tim Cone decided to rest his usual starters, then Meralco started climbing their way back into this as we start the fourth quarter. 68 to 59, the score in favor of Barangay Ginebra.
Yeah. Well, you know, Ginebra's no more games after this, no. They're just waiting for their slot in the quarterfinals. They have no chance to be 1 and 2, so
Yep.
they're just waiting their position from 3 to 6 and then finding out who their opponent's going to be.
Possibly Meralco, that is how things are looking like heading into our quarterfinals. Abarientos with space, and he converts from downtown.
What a way to start the fourth quarter. The other team has made a little comeback and you bring it up to double digits again.
Awkward defense there coming from Meralco as they had a big man in Norbert Torres trying to close out. Abarientos, Aaron Black will get a couple of free throws here.
Yeah. It's a good attempt here to play a little bit bigger here on the part of Coach Luigi, using Almazan and Torres together. You have the post player and you have a guy that can stretch out. The only thing he was slow in switching back and closing out against the small player. Oh, Black. Black did exactly what
Jamie Malonzo did earlier.
he should hold on to his pants. Is that ball slips on that side all the time?
And now he will muscle this one in
Yes.
as he adjusts.
Look at Daddy.
They'll have a talk about that.
What happened to you? You eat your burger today?
That'll be a conversation on the way home, Dr. J. 11-point advantage for Ginebra. Malonzo using that screen from Mariano. Hand off to Abarientos against Cancino. RJ locates Aguilar, the layup, no. But everything was created there by Abarientos, who gets a takeaway. No look pass, one more time. As they find gold in the second opportunity. Cancino with a counter, one-hander, it's good in traffic with a foul.
And one. Those are, I think, his first 2 points in the second half.
That's correct, Dr. J.
He had 11 at the end of the first, has thrown up a couple of shots ever since he came back in. But the first conversion for him in the second half.
And these are the games where you can really get your opportunities to play, opportunities to take shots.
Almazan
misses.
another offensive rebound and 2 more free throws.
He's already working on the next 1,000, Dr. J.
I hope he has that long a career. Raymond's always been a good guy. Treats me with a lot of respect. Had a chance to work with him, that's why. And love the boy also.
Now have a report from Ms. Bell.
Meralco consultant Coach Nerad made sure to keep an air of composure over at the Bolt's most recent huddle despite Ginebra still taking the lead. His instructions focused primarily on defense, flagging how they needed to be more aggressive, especially on ball screens, and how their individual defense must be on point, especially after switches. Back to you, Carlo and Dr. J.
Thank you so much for that report.
Bell working double overtime.
Doubling up.
Yeah, but I like that. Gives them every opportunity, getting better and better.
To talk to more players, get more reps.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure to stay as long as possible here in the PBA games.
Pesumal, seeing action for the first time. LA is also back in the ballgame.
Expectant father, Juan Pesumal. Congratulate him.
Yeah.
And Miss Laura Lima.
Oh, good for him.
Pambansang reverse, not falling for LA Tenorio, but fortunately for them, Almazan stepping out of bounds.
Yeah,
it's been a while since we've seen a reverse layup like that, Dr.
Yeah,
J.
but he still got the rebound. That's a defensive rebound before he made the turnover.
Before he turned it over.
Okay, so that's another rebound that he adds to his total of rebounds also.
Hand off to LA, now Malonzo has it up top. Quick crossover, barges into Pasao, the jumpers, pure from Jamie.
Those are also his first 2 points in the second half.
But for Jamie, it's all about rhythm, it's all about confidence now. He lost a lot of it because of an injury.
I don't think He's going to challenge them. He did. He did. No, he's not challenging it. He thought that maybe I can trick him into reviewing it. So we have a lead, you know. Might not win it. Because there is momentum going to the basket. And
all
he's
these
been
free
sneaking
throws.
his shots.
Yep.
ng free throw, Raymond.
Dr. J, the first half, the problem was with Barangay Ginebra in their free throws.
Yeah. Now it's on the other side. Actually, Meralco was 7 out of 7 in the first half from the free throw line. But Ginebra had 16, I think, and they missed 5 or 6 already in the first half.
Almazan gets the back end. But a good thing for them is that they still have a lot of time remaining. And with Barangay Ginebra not looking like they will use Justin Brownlee once again in this game.
If Meralco comes back, they're going to use him.
That's another foul.
Yeah. You can't be living with this lineup if the other team makes a drive against you. This is not going to beat that team.
And another positive for Meralco is that Barangay Ginebra is already in penalty at this stage. 9:49 remaining in the fourth quarter.
That's a problem. That's also a sacrifice that you did by not using your top players. Now, if you start making shots here, you're going to see Brownlee back. You're going to see Scotty back. And probably Troy Rosario.
A bit smaller now is the lineup for Coach Luigi Rios checking in, replacing Almazan, who should be back a little later on in this matchup because he has been effective. Cancino, 2 for 2 from the stripe.
Well, even if they are not able to mount a comeback, I think they should use Almazan because they're going to need him in the quarterfinals.
Who will answer back here for Barangay Ginebra? Mariano fakes the handoff. Locates Jamie. Malonzo for 3. No.
And one more basket here, and that lead could be 7, could be 6, could be 5.
Chris Banquero will be manning the point here. Swings it over to Cancino, gets it back. He's looking for movement. Screen provided by Norbert. Cancino on the drive. Sorry, that was Banquero on the drive. Misses. Banquero gets it back. Oh, another sorry miss. Pasa all. Throws it up. So many opportunities not working out for Meralco.
Yeah, great opportunities actually. Nice pass on the in. That's a foul over the back. Rio sometimes gets a lot of playing time, but today he had only 4 minutes and a half of playing time in the first half. And remember, he was a hero in one of their games, which they won here in the elimination round.
Making a late 3-point shot at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium, I remember, Dr. J?
And the guy that hasn't been used here is Karab.
Not all.
Usually a guy that gives you 3-point shooting.
And the guy that usually defends L.A. Tenorio in all those matches, Dr. J.
Oh, that one they're going to challenge, I think. And actually, there might be even, they're going to review that already because of the
flagrant foul possibility,
landing spot on Pasao.
And this might be costly against the Meralco Bolts. Again, we're down to our final 3 games of the elimination round. 2 more this coming Friday. Meralco will see action once again
against Magnolia
and then
TNT.
game after that, TNT versus Rainer Shine.
I know that because I'm doing that. You're also doing
yes,
that.
Doc, for PBA Rushdale. And if you just joined us and you did not know the result of the first game, the NLEX Road Warriors scored a huge victory against Eastern, which means that they've eliminated the possibility of the San Miguel Beermen moving forward.
You were talking to me earlier about team not worried as long as he has a good spot. You don't want to be number 7, 8 because twice to win is not always easy. But I've always said in tournament, especially, it's not a short tournament. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. NLEX is beginning to prove that point. TNT also started 0 and 2. And all of a sudden, they're 7 and 3 right now, right? With 1 more game, no? So, it's how you finish. And then when you get into the quarterfinals, and maybe if you can make the semifinals, it's a brand new ball game.
Now you have the likes of Converge Fiber Xers.
Yeah, they started like,
And-
and Northport
yep,
started
Northport.
like a house of fire. Then they lost consecutive games, but they've been able to recover. Pasaol trying to make up for that one.
And he does. 3-point conversion, a big one for Alvin Pasaol.
Set up by his teammate, Banquero.
And that will get them within 8, 77-69. Rios overly aggressive, gave up position against Jamie Malonzo.
You know, that sometimes is his fault. He likes to defend.
Yeah.
But you know, you got the guy shooting a bad shot already, but then you bounce him at the end. This is a good pass here, and Pasaol, good from the corners, making the 3-point shot, cutting it to 8, but now you get 2 more free throws. Oh, another miss. More than 10 misses already from the free throw line for Ginebra tonight. And usually these are scorers no? that are pretty decent from the free throw line.
Second free throw for Jamie, makes the adjustment. But Meralco, well, they will not go down without a fight here because again, a twice-a-beat advantage is still very much possible for them if they win their last 2 games.
An offensive foul called on Torres. That's useless. You know, Banquero had beaten his man. You're so far away from him. You're still trying to
You
set
see the
pick.
move, yep. And the rotation of the hip.
And you got the best player, acting player in the world doing that. Making sure the referees catch it.
I'm sure that was said with much love and appreciation.
You know, he's my friend. But that's true.
He knows how to sell calls. He has made a career out of it. Yes, you have a loose ball foul versus Barangay Ginebra. So we will walk to the other side though for 2 free throws.
Free throws.
And that will lead into this timeout. 7:53 remaining in this ball game. First timeout of the 4th quarter requested by Barangay Ginebra. Our team standings so far for Northport 9-3. They will be awaiting the result of this matchup because it has definite implications of where they could land in our quarterfinals. A Meralco loss would really help Northport Batang retain one of those top 2 spots. Meralco versus Magnolia, our first game on Friday, followed by TNT going up against Rain or Shine.
Well, missed free throw on that first attempt on the penalty situation for Pasaol.
Many possibilities still in the offing.
Don't even want to think about it.
But I just have to mention Dr. JSVC, Coach Chito Victolero. A triple tie at 6-6 is still possible between NLEX, Magnolia, and Rain or Shine. That is with a Magnolia win and a Rain or Shine loss in our final game day.
Go about the winning. If TNT wins, where are they?
If TNT, depending on the result of this matchup, though,
let's grant that Meralco might lose this one.
that's a top 2 if they win for
They'll
TNT.
be the top
Yep,
two. So it's an important game. for them.
absolutely.
Yeah. No possession yet, and the shot clock violation came. Only an 8-point lead for Ginebra with 7:25 left. If they can get any closer, you might see Newsom back there together with Cliff Hodge. Maybe Raymond. Yeah. And Quinto.
Cancino, hot with 15 points in this ball game, although 11 of those were scored in the first half. Short on the triple. Rios fouled, so 2 more free throws. That's a problem when you get into the penalty early.
Yeah. That's like a disease that you can't get away from it, you know. It's there, huh?
Just have to survive it until the end.
And you know, if there was a little discrepancy in the free throws given, it's being really overcome by the number of free throws given to Meralco here in the second half. But also now they're beginning to miss a lot here in the second half. Quinto, by the way, has been put back in. Gives them more scoring because Quinto eventually will get his together with Banquero there.
5 minutes already gone here in the fourth quarter. 78-71. Hand off to Pesumal. One stops, goes to the turnaround.
Yeah,
James, good.
that is big. That is big. You know, I understand. They were telling me, I don't know if it's true. Meralco knows whatever happens to them, the lowest they can get is to six spots, even if they lose their last 2 games.
I think for Barangay Ginebra, it's the same, Doc. For Meralco, it could elevate up to the number 1 spot.
Yeah, but now, even if they lose their last 2, they'll be in the 6th spot. So they're already in the twice.
In the best of 3, yeah. That's all missing from the outside, and the foul will be tagged against Banquero.
And I think, you know, Meralco is also thinking that they have to play on Friday. First game.
Yep. And back spasms, Dr. J. Usually, 48 hours will not do much for you, so it's not yet known if Akil Mitchell will be available for them, will be ready to play come Friday.
You know, in the old days, wasn't that long. I remember Bobby Parks and I used to have those ultraviolet things for back spasms. We went together, the late Bobby Parks. He was ready to play.
That will be a foul absorbed by Von Pesumal. He will get 2 more free throws.
I don't know if it was maybe 2 or 3 sessions of that.
And Dr. J, our team standings. At the top is Northport at 9-3. For TNT, they're at 8-3 right now.
So
Meralco,
if they win, if Meralco loses, they win their, what, 1 or 2? What happened to them with Northport?
Northport won over them, Dr. J.
Okay, so Northport will be number 1.
Because of win over the other. As Rosario checks back into this contest. Good run. Long minutes for Raymond Aguilar.
He's very happy, I'm sure. Got a lot of minutes. Got more minutes than Mariano did. More than LA has.
Dr. J, or multiple team tie could still be possible. At 8-4 as well, because Meralco, TNT, Converge, and Barangay Ginebra, should they win this game, will be locked in at 8-4.
And who has the advantage?
I will let Mr. Fidel Mohonon compute that. Banquero, fouled by Mariano.
How many fouls does he never have in this quarter? Maybe 10 already.
Inching close to that number, Dr. J.
As a team, huh? As
Yeah.
a team, they might, because they got to fight quickly.
Yep. 9-minute mark.
And they've been sending
Missing all these opportunities. Beginning to miss from the stripe.
I can't believe the misses coming from players.
Ooh, 2 misses from Banquero.
Something's wrong with the goal on this side.
Jansen Rios drives. Strong move for Jansen as he connects on the layup.
Down to 8 points. 5-40. Plenty of time.
Still very much possible to come back from this. 5.5 remaining now. Tenorio uses the screen. They go under, and Tenorio attacks. Kicks it. Mariano, the jumper, no. And then the quick pass to Bong Quinto. Bong skies and scores on the layup.
That's 6 points.
Has been a quiet game so far for Bong Quinto. But that was a big basket. 4 points in the game for him. Ralph blocked by Jansen Rios.
Meralco's making a game of this. And
Quito
Atarats,
fouled by
another
Pesumal.
foul.
Huli! Pusa ka!
And Bong Quito really baited Bon Pesumal to committing that foul. First, this layup coming from Jansen Rios. And then this fast break attack from Bong Quito, and they're right back into business. It's just a 6-point game. It could even be closer, as Meralco will be getting 2 free throws when we come back. RJ Barrientos, the usual spark he provides off the bench for Coach Tim Con. 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. But for Coach Tim, yes, it's important to win this ball game and beat Meralco, but it's also important to preserve the legs of his main players heading into the quarterfinals. With not a lot of movement possible for them, they will be somewhere number 3 to number 6, somewhere in the quarterfinal spot where it will be a best of 3. They have opted to rest Justin Brownlee here in the 4th quarter. First free throw down for Bong Quito.
Yeah, and Scotty Thompson too. And Japet Aguilar too.
Yep. Even Stephen Holt. Right now, Barrientos will be given an opportunity to come back into this ball game, replacing L.A. Tenorio. Where this uncle, you saw him in your screens. The incomparable Johnny Barrientos looking on.
Yeah, together with Chito Victorero. Obviously, Aguilar is about to come in again, but the other Aguilar, Raymond, who played very decent for them as a big man.
4-point game, 81-77. And the biggest lead was at 17 points for Barangay Ginebra in the 3rd quarter. Rosario sends it out to Barrientos. RJ gets the ball back from Mariano. Defense right there coming from Cliffage. Step through shot, cannot bank it home. Rebound Bates. Oh, the pass almost stolen. And now it is picked up completely by Pesumal. That was too risky coming from Brandon Bates.
Yeah, you didn't have to hurry that. You had a good rebound, you have momentum. No need to throw an errant pass like that. And that's going to be a holding foul there called against Bong Quito, I think.
And both teams are in the penalty.
Yeah.
So that will give an opportunity for Barangay Ginebra to answer back, as Cliffage is down right now. I think that was that last collision.
Between him and...
Might be when Brandon Bates threw the forward pass, Dr. J, because he fell a bit awkwardly.
I might have to be substituted here. Yeah, Aaron Black.
Again, Akil Mitchell not available in this ball game for the Meralco Bolts, suffering from back spasms. But you have to hand it to them. They were able to fight Barangay Ginebra close to a deadlock in the first half. Yes, they did allow Ginebra to build a 17-point lead, but now they are storming their way back into this matchup with still enough time left on the clock.
Remember, Meralco has a game on Friday. And, Hud seems to be all right. Limping a little bit because of his back, not because of his legs.
Rosario converts on the first free throw. 10 misses, Dr. J, in this ball game.
Now that's what
Coming
you
from
like.
Barangay Ginebra.
That's what you like. When you have to make free throws, you make them. Because you've been missing free throws the whole night, you know. Splitting his charity.
Second free throw for Troy. Also good as he extends his output to 13 points.
2-possession ball game. 4 minutes left in this ball game.
Aaron Black, quiet in the first half, but started to make noise here in the second. Black, that familiar push shot with the right hand, effective again.
Laban talaga nila.
Against Barangay Ginebra. Always had some decent offensive games against them.
Oh, and then a steal coming from Jansen Rios. Banquero has it. CB to Quinto down low, and it's a 2-point game.
There's no timeout being called here.
Coach Tim called his early, very early.
Yeah, he used the 30-second timeout.
So let's see how long he'll
Wala pang
allow
import yan, ah.
this play to happen. Oh,
And
a
that's
poor
not a
foul
poor
coming from
foul.
Banquero.
Yeah, because free throw shots.
The delivery coming from Banquero, and then the basket from Bong Quinto, who has 8 points after not really making his presence felt in the entire first half. Interesting substitution here for Coach Luigi Trillo as Kurt Rayson is checking into this ballgame for the first time. And Kurt Rayson, Dr. J, does not need a lot of time to get warmed up. He comes into this ballgame confident.
Yeah, he's the same as Cancino.
Yeah.
Any open shot is good. And I'm taking it. But he's also for the future because, of course, veteran
Kapalaran ng
player
Ginebra
like
ang kasalasan sa
Aram knows when it's his time
Yeah.
to come into the
Yeah.
ballgame.
Quinto finds Aaron Black, fakes the three. Oh, they swing it.
Oh,
Here's
there-
Kurt Rayson.
You're asking for it.
Oh, an offensive rebound for AB. Misses. One more chance for Meralco, but Aaron Black mishandles the rebound because it was tapped from behind.
Yeah, so they'll keep it.
Told you about Kurt Rayson, Dr. J.
Yeah, he's taking it. I'm not
Fourth
asking-
quarter,
I'm
just
not
checked
asking-
in.
I'm not asking permission.
Doesn't
I'm taking
matter.
it.
Yep. And he knows just by the fact that he's being played, he is being given the license to shoot. Oh, Quinto lost it. Big stop for Barangay Ginebra.
He dribbled into no man's land.
Now Barrientos dealing with the defensive Rayson. They're in penalty. Another bump might be whistled as a foul here. So Rayson stays disciplined. Barrientos, the three-point shot won't work. Rebound for Jansen. Oh, the takeaway, Pesumal with a basket.
And one. And one. So that steal was very, very important.
After a completed stop already, Rios with an errant pass. Pesumal saw it coming and he scores off the bank, extending their lead. Back up to 6 points. It is 87-81 for Barangay Ginebra. Timeout, Meralco. For the Meralco Bulls, all that matters is that they still have a chance, an opportunity to march into the quarterfinals with a twice-a-beat advantage. For that to happen, though, they'll have to figure out how to play without Akil Mitchell for the time being, suffering from back spasms. game time decision. But at game time, the coaches decided against playing him in this ball game. But the locals came out to play even with the early struggles of Aaron Black, of Bonquito. They were able to stick together and mount a comeback. Yes, they're still down here in the fourth quarter, but it is a manageable deficit with still 2 minutes and 19 left to play. We welcome you back to the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum, where Barangay Ginebra is holding a 6-point lead, 87-81.
Well, the Red Shirts are looking to make another stop. Oh,
Another foul drawn by Aaron Black.
he might be hurt again. And they're going to review that.
Oh,
because he might have
this
gotten
could be
it in the
big.
face, yeah. I don't think there was any intention, but he wanted to stop the shot.
So if the hit is on the face, then the referees will have an opportunity to take another look at it. This could be a problem for them.
Yeah, if it's free throws plus
Ball
possession.
possession.
Yeah.
Just an ordinary foul against Raymond Aguilar.
He had a good night. That's why you can see when he admitted, he says, I'm sorry. He's not looking to go in there and create havoc inside the court. He's playing today, you know.
Most minutes he's played definitely here
In
in
a
this
long time.
conference.
He might not have played that long minutes in practice.
That's true.
He really played, and he played well.
Yeah, yeah.
In fairness to him,
Filled this role.
including that extra pass, that pass he gave earlier.
Absolutely, yeah. And the layup that was assisted by Amarientos. Another split from the line though for Meralco.
It's been a terrible night from the free throw line for both teams.
They've also missed 10 free throws in this matchup as we're down to our final 2 minutes. Amarientos being hounded by Rayson. RJ dives for it, saves it. Quick three, cool, won't work. Rebound, tap over to Cancino. And they have the numbers. Slight advantage for Meralco. Rayson, fakes, Rayson, step back, three, no. Put back is gone from Jansen Rios.
And we still have no timeouts. For both teams,
Yeah.
except for their mandatory.
Oh, unnecessary coming from Rayson as they are in penalty. That is way too risky to pull off, especially in the backcourt.
Well, he's, yeah, a little bit too eager, wanting to come up with an interception.
So you worked so hard to be able to get those 2 points. Your miss was secured by Jansen Rios, turned into 2 points, and now you basically donate 2 points for Barangay Ginebra of that foul on Amarientos.
Yeah.
Tough development, but still enough time to get back into this. 90 seconds remaining.
I like the poise though of Barrientos making those 2 free throws after getting hit that way.
Aaron Black attacking, blocked from behind by Troy.
Yeah. Aaron did the right thing. I'm attacking Aguilar.
Yeah.
He got 5 fouls.
Yep.
And he's not going to hit me the way he got hit earlier.
Cancino the inbounder. Rios has it now. 11 remaining on the shot clock. Cancino once more short. Rebound bounce off the foot of Amarientos. He was able to save it.
Yeah, and now the time is in the favor of the Barangay Ginebra Kings. Very low scoring ball game for this two squad.
Galfu up top, gives it up to Pesumal. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Screen about to be provided by Aguilar. Pesumal, the fall away J, no. Rebound picked up by Aaron Black. They have to score quick here.
Well, they need any kind of shot.
Rayson, in and out on the 3. The tap goes back to him. Good pass, Aaron Black for 3, wide open,
Yeah.
and gone!
So it's down to a 2-point lead.
Still no timeout from Coach Timcon. He will let his players figure it out.
That's the first time. This is the first time.
For Meralco, just don't foul, you'll get an opportunity. Abarrientos working with Rayson. RJ, foul.
Well, even if he makes both free throws, it's just a one-possession game. Remember, we have a 4-point shot.
Aaron Black, what a time to finally connect from downtown.
And there's the timeout that's being called by Meralco, I think, because you can't call a timeout
If it's a miss of the second free throw, so they will try to plan out the remaining 13.5 seconds of this matchup. 89-87, a 2-point lead for Barangay Ginebra, but RJ Abarrientos will be stepping to the free throw line for two. We want to wish everyone a happy Chinese New Year.
Hey,
Dr. J, as we take another look at our team standings again for the Meralco Bulls. If they fall to 8-4, then things would be bleak in terms of finishing in the top two. For Northport, if Meralco loses, that is guaranteed. They will be the #1 seed at the end of our elimination round. TNT, one more game remaining. On Friday against the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Meralco will face off against the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shot. So you're wondering why, Meralco was scheduled to play the final 2 game dates. That is also because of their participation in the EASL
the same
competitions.
thing for Eastern, the same thing for San Miguel.
Yeah.
And it has affected those teams.
Yeah.
Meralco is the only team that has not really been that affected, because they're in contention also in that league.
They could still make it into the Final 4, depending on the result of their last game. Of course, they were slowed down by the absence of Miguel Mitchell in their last EASL game as well. Continues to be absent, but they just want him healthy for the upcoming playoffs, Dr. J.
Yeah. Well, if I remember, Abarrientos makes these 2 free throws. I'm going up by 4. Meralco has to inbound from there, right? Or they can call a timeout.
They can call a timeout, though.
But I'm fouling them. I ain't giving them no attempts from 4 free throws. But I'm not fouling a 3-point shooter, because you could give him a 4-point play.
The timing of the foul should be backcourt. Abarrientos secures both, no timeouts.
You know they're not going to call a timeout anymore.
Because they already did.
Yeah, now it's the time to foul him.
Rayson goes to the crossover. Kurt locates Cancino, made a 4 earlier. Almost makes this one. The rebound yak by Troy Rosario, and Barangay Ginebra will get the win against the Meralco Bulls. 91-87, a 4-point win for Barangay Ginebra, again with not a lot of movement in terms of the standings for Barangay Ginebra, opting to choose rest for their mainstays: Japet Aguilar, Justin Brownlee, Stephen Holt, Scotty Thompson, and that's why even if Meralco was playing without an import, this game went down to the wire. One more opportunity for Cancino to send it into overtime. Unfortunately, he will miss it, as our final score is 91-87. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Stephen Hall did a lot of damage in the 3rd quarter, Dr. J.
Yeah, well, he has 13 points, 3 rebounds, 50% from 3-point territory, and better from the free throw line. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Low-scoring ball game, so it's difficult to find out who are the guys who's really played well. Sumal came in off the bench and did well. But I thought Rosario also played very well.
And even RJ Abarrientos as well. Final score is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. 91-87. Final game day in our elimination round will pit the Meralco Bulls against the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots and the TNT Tropang Giga versus the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters at the Phil Sports Arena this coming Friday. We'll be talking to our winning head coach and our best player of the game when we come back here on PBA Rush and Pilipinas Live.
Diskarte, di bale, walang pake sa
Good evening and